Hey everyone, it's Billie Julianna here, and I'm going to take off my glasses as is tradition. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for tuning in. And if you're returning, thank you for returning. I really appreciate it. And I just wanted to preface the upcoming material that you're about to see by saying a few disclaimers that need to be said. First is that any demonstrative eating video is personal. So it's about the person that is doing the video and the eating. And so that would be, in this case, it's personal to me. And so if you're eating more or differently or however, then just continue on your journey. The reason why I made this video is because I know that for me, when I'm in the middle of eating 3 or 4 big donuts or 6 donuts, or I'm trying to pull myself out of quasi-recovery and I've already gained a lot of weight and I still have enormous mental hunger and I just can't let the fear go, or I can't oppose the fear. In that moment I'm just too scared, and so I go to the internet for a little bit extra support. And so I think that's a valid thing to do. In the end, it always comes down to me giving myself permission and to you giving yourself permission. But I do think it's valid to go to the internet and try to find some support and some reassurance. And so I wanted to provide that kind of reassurance for people out there who are going through extreme mental hunger and who may be a little bit older in recovery. And I always throw this in because I always use this as an excuse, but I'm short. So if you're short too and older and all those good things, you know, I wanted to provide something that is reassuring and encouraging, showing that, yes, I can eat all these things and this is part of my journey. And so, you know, say that it's okay. You know, just basically say it's okay. And so that was kind of my purpose. And so the second thing I wanted to kind of mention was that when I ate everything that I ate yesterday, filmed what I could of it. I really couldn't film myself eating, but I showed you what I ate. And it actually turned out to be more than what I usually eat. And so I discovered just how much I am restricting because I realized, you know, boy, I need to eat a lot more. And so it turned out to be a little bit of a challenge in the sense that I was eating more calories and more dense foods and more sweets than ever. Now that I have had days, of course, where I've eaten that much, but it hasn't been consistent. And so this is the kind of thing that I need to just keep consistent. So now the other thing that I need to add is that having gotten to the end of the day and going into editing all that I filmed, I look at the footage and I'm like, damn, this looks disappointing. It's like one of those what I eat in a day videos that I used to watch, where I'm like, at the end of it, I'm like, that's it? Where's the rest? Isn't there more? And so I'm like, oh, phooey. And so what I realized is that even though I was eating more, I'm still restricting. This is still looking restrictive. And now I don't want to put down the things that I ate because they're really dense and they're high calorie, high fat, high sugar. That's really what my body wants. And so it's sending signals all the time. You know, I want this, you know. And so I'm kind of really trying to keep up with that. But I found that there's just not enough solidity. It's kind of a string of snacks. So you'll see that. You'll kind of catch that as I go along. Now, I do address this during the day because I realized it kind of through the day yesterday that I don't really have like breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between, because I'm trying to get away from any kind of, by the way, just want to pause, there's a motor going by, and in all my outdoor shots there's always motor coverage. So I like to give them their moment. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I realized that, you know, during the shooting yesterday, everything and what I was eating, I realized that I didn't have like a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack stuff. And I addressed that because I don't really, you know, feel like I want to be regimented, like do like a meal plan type eating where I do a breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then a snack, and then a snack, and then a snack, because my mental hunger is pretty much constant. So my eating is just like a long string. And so that's kind of what I did yesterday, was sort of the string, but it's like 6 or 7 strings and there's nothing solid. I'm like, where's like the sandwich and fries, or the Subway and chips, and you know, I'm lacking these things. And so I just realized that the following footage is a little bit of a fail. And so I'm gonna go ahead and post it, because I think it's a good start to let people know, hey, this is a person who wants all these pastries, and I can eat all these pastries, and I want all these pastries, and that's what I'm doing, and so it's okay. And yet, you know what? It's not enough. So I'm gonna try it some more. This is just day 1. And I'm gonna do several more days, and I'm gonna stay consistent. I'm gonna make that, yesterday is what you see coming up is a baseline, and then I'm gonna have to go up from there, because my mental hunger is greater than that, is greater than what you're about to see. So all in all, the following is going to be a little disappointing, I'm afraid. Now, it may be encouraging and inspiring, and if it is, oh, thank goodness, because I really want to help people. I don't want to discourage people. But if you're going, damn, this is disappointing, check, I agree. It is a little disappointing. And while I was full yesterday and feeling challenged, I'm going, this isn't challenging, Julie. No. So I'm going to have to be a little hard on myself with this and say do over. So again, I'm going to post it. You're going to get to see it. There's some awkwardness and craziness in it, so maybe that's worth a laugh or two, or just, you know, a total like, what in the hell? Whatever your reaction is, just try to enjoy it, because I realize that it is not optimal. And then I'm going to try to come back with some day 2, day 3, day 4, and get this thing rolling. So with that, I'm going to roll the following. Thanks so much. Okay, here is breakfast. And the oatmeal is still steeping a little bit, so it's still got the lid on it. But I do like to get the oatmeal that's in the cup, because it's more than what comes in a pouch, and it's really easy to deal with. But what I've got here is the Bob's Red Mill oatmeal. It's a little hot, excuse me, that has the flaxseed and stuff like that in it, not because it's healthy, but just because it's good and it's hearty. I like it because it's really hearty. And then I've got a chocolate croissant. And the worst food shot are, and then of course a giant cream-filled Boston cream donut. And that to me is a nice, full and hearty breakfast. And I usually like to eat it like right away when I get up, but sometimes I wait. So I need to work on that, because my coach calls it faffing around if you wait. You know, you just do this, that, and the other, but you really want to eat, but you're like doing all these tasks that you think you got to do. So anyway, I'm going to set up showing like me at the table. So hold on. Well, this is unideal because you can't see my head. So I'm not a pro at filming eating stuff, as you can see. So I may not be able to film my actual eating this, but you get an idea of what it's like. Anyway, here's the setup. And here's the breakfast that I showed you before. I've got some water. I usually drink water with my breakfast. I'm not a big juice drinker or anything like that. I got my spoon. And I'm probably going to have to get more napkins because these get really chocolatey on me, but that's okay. Anyway, I feel so weird. So, hello everybody. And let's get the morning started, and then I'll check in next time. Okay. Thanks for your patience. Plus, the lighting is really awful in the inside, so you'll just have to bear with me on all of that. But whatever the case may be, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat. So, time to stop all this setup and go ahead and dig in. Okay, check in next time. Bye. Hello there. I'm back, and I just wanted to mention that sometimes driving around in traffic, I get hungry or I start thinking about food and stuff like that. And so my coach recommended, always to have something in my car with me if I'm out and I just happen to get caught in traffic, just so that I can always keep up with the mental hunger and keep up with the physical hunger too, because I can get really physically hungry if I'm stuck out somewhere. So I bring along with me these, and this is not a sponsorship thing, obviously, but I bring along these bars, these kind of energy bars. They're actually Canadian. I discovered them in Canada. So if anybody in Canada happens to be watching, what's up? Somebody from Tennessee admires your cuisine, especially these bars. But they are sort of an energy bar along in that kind of fitness type of food. It's not a candy bar, but it is something that doesn't melt. And in this kind of weather and probably on up until December, something like a chocolate bar is susceptible to melting. So, and it's not a diet thing, even though it's kind of promoted by the fitness industry, but I love the taste. It's chocolate mint, and it's just something that I can eat easily, and it doesn't get all over my face. So I'm not eating one on camera right now, or I'm not eating one right now, but I do eat at least 2 of these a day as part of the whole thing, of the whole daily intake. So just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, thanks. Bye. Okay, I'm back here, and I made a stop here at Whole Foods, and I apologize. This is the best angle I could get with the light, and I probably should take my glasses off because there's probably a huge reflection, so let me do that real quick. But my head is so close to anyway, whatever. But I did want to say again, yes, I take the bars with me, and I do at least eat 2 a day. And possibly more, and I have to special order them from Amazon because I eat so many of those things, because they really do help kind of fill in gaps as I go along. And so you're not going to see some of that on camera, and so I realized that some of the getting everything that I am actually eating on camera is not going to be possible. So I'll have to just let you know what that is. And one of those things also is I go to Whole Foods pretty much all the time because I get a salad with a whole can of tuna on it pretty much every day, and that's very diet-like, and so I don't promote that. I don't promote that at all. I really don't even count it as kind of part of my day, but I do it because I like the community atmosphere, and it's a way for me to just kind of sit and chill, and also get just a little bit of vegetables in me. And I just find that my body feels a little bit better with the vegetables. Now, when I first started this journey with really just dropping all the old restrictions and eating anything else, I didn't eat any vegetables for about a year or more, and it's only been in the last 6 months or so, 7 months maybe, that I've gone to eating a salad and just adding that in, but it's not actually a meal. It doesn't substitute for anything. It's just like a vitamin, sort of. So, but while I'm there, I get a cup of coffee, and along with the coffee, I also have dessert. So I'll take a picture with my phone, and then I'll insert that as just kind of footage, just to kind of include in the eating to mental hunger montage that I'm trying to put together here. So with that, I will leave you here and stop disturbing people around me and get on. Hello everyone, I'm now back from Whole Foods, and you saw there that I had the salad with the tuna, and which is really just a way of getting in some fresh vegetables and a good source of protein. But I loved the chocolate chip cookie. That was the highlight of the little stopover there. And now what my body is really asking for, and what it pretty much constantly asks for, is more donuts. So I have a Boston cream on the right. Oh, I'm sorry, on the left. Sorry, I don't know my right from my left. I have a Boston cream on the left, and then on the right is a really beautiful, but it doesn't film well, cronut that has brownie batter on the top and brownie batter buttercream inside it, infused inside. So I don't want to sound like a culinary expert, which I'm not, and I don't want to get into food porn. So I'll cut off here and nosh these down and then catch you at the next place. Thanks for your patience. All right, bye. Hey there, I'm back with another snack, and I know it's starting to look a little monotonous because my body is really just craving a lot of pastries, and when I try to think about wanting other things, it just comes all the way back to pastries and baked goods. So that's what I'm giving it, and I know eventually this will change once my body gets satisfied, but for today and for the last several weeks, it's been in this mode. So this is how I'm rolling. Your body may be craving a lot of savory foods or salty foods or a mixture of both, but it's all based on what your body is needing and wanting for repairs and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sorry for these long shots of pastries and stuff. I would put myself in the picture, but I can't turn around the camera and just blur everything out, and then I don't have the equipment just yet to get me in there, but I am about to dive in, so I'm going to enjoy this. And I also just want to touch on the fact that I don't have set meals. I've kind of given up the breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks in between kind of schedule because I'm trying to get out of rigidity and regimentation and just go with what my body is asking for. Now that's easier for someone who has some time on their hands, but if you are having to work around a schedule, a job, and all that stuff, then you just do what you can to satisfy that mental hunger. If that means, definitely get in a lot of food on a lunch break, do it, but make sure that you can do things, snacks in between whenever you can. But I'm just rolling through the day, putting pastries in my body. That's basically it. I try to put some other things in there, like I showed with the salad, which really doesn't even count. But try to put some savory things in there just to break up the sweetness some. But for the most part, this is what you're going to be seeing for today. So with that said, I'm going to dive in, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Hey there. I decided that I needed to do something savory, so I'm making myself a little sandwich, because sandwiches are just about the only thing savory that can really dig right now, today. So I've got some brioche burger buns and Swiss cheese and turkey. I'm so bad at this. And guacamole because I do like guacamole, and I think it'd make a great spread on the sandwich. So we'll see. So with that, let me assemble everything and then show the sandwich. All right. Okay, and there's the finished product. Okay, hello everybody, it's Billie Julianna at night, and it's time to wrap up the day. And some people say that they have a little bit of an easier time eating at night, and that is certainly true for me, and I need to work on this, on getting more in during the day. But right now I'm having a typical thing for me to eat at night, which is a lot. And it doesn't look like it from this angle, but I'll try to push it up to the camera so that you can see. But I always have, first of all, at least a quarter pan of one of my double batch brownies. And it looks kind of gross because I underbake them so that they're gooey. So this is what it comes out looking like, but it's got Oreos thrown in it and a few little chocolate chips. And then it's a double batch of just like a Duncan Hines recipe of mix. So this is my brownie. And as you can see, it's a big old thing. It's a big slab. So it's a very dense, very gooey, just the way I like it. So now I'm going to assemble the rest. I've got the other brioche bun that I'm going to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich out of. And then I've got a 1 bar. And this is for some extra protein. Like that. This is for extra protein. And I'm going to add some peanut butter to that too. So I'll show it to you when it's all assembled. Okay, thanks. Okay, so now I have everything assembled. Excuse me, end of the day. But I have my brioche and peanut butter sandwich, and I'm just gonna obviously put it together. Yay. And then I have a brownie with the 1 bar with more peanut butter on it. So I'll give you a zoom, my type of zoom on that. And then this concludes the day for day 1. So I'll see you next time. There probably were some holes today that I need to work on filling. So with that said, we'll come to day 2 pretty soon. Thanks so much for watching. Hey everybody, it's me again, just coming back really quickly as an outro. Just to say one thing, that if you're confused, and I should have probably done this at the beginning, but if you're confused about the term mental hunger, then let me explain really quickly if I can. I am following the recovery methods propounded by Tabitha Farrar, Kayla Rose Katecki, and Elisa Orris. And the term mental hunger is actually sort of a more modern term or clinical term for hunger, but it's not physical detected hunger or physically detected hunger. I still have a little bit of gastroparesis, which is basically a slow emptying of the stomach, because all through my recovery journey, even after having gained 35 pounds or so, or 40 pounds over the last couple of years, and had some really good days where I was eating unrestrictedly, I never was completely unrestricted, consistently. So I would stop and start and stop and start. And then I, of course, if you've seen some of my other videos, about 6 months ago, I just clamped down altogether and started restricting again because I got scared where my weight was. So what happens is, instead of having physical hunger cues, which are kind of costly to the body in terms of energy, what you get is these mental ideation about food all the time. And so Tabitha Farrar explains this all very, very well on her website. So you can go to tabithafarrar.com and you can see her blogs and her YouTube videos. And she does a beautiful job of explaining this, and it really, really makes a lot of sense. But basically, my mind is sending up hunger signals all the time. It's sending up food thoughts. Just everything is basically consumed with food. There are only, sparse moments through the day where I'm actually thinking about music, or I'm thinking about a movie, or I'm talking to someone and thinking about them, or thinking about what the day is like, or the temperature is like, or something like that. Sparse moments throughout the day. The rest is mostly food thoughts. And that is not quite food obsession. That's actually a form of hunger. And so when I say mental hunger, that's what I'm meaning. So like I said, I'm not explaining the whole thing in detail here, but do go to tabithafarrar.com and you can find out much more about it there. So I just wanted to end up with that, and also say again that what you just saw is a one-day start, and it isn't fully to mental hunger. So we're going to work on this, and I'm going to come back and definitely do better. Okay, thanks so much. Take care.